Welcome back, everyone, to Indochina. Now, was I saying that I was gonna... Oh. Oh. That's a problem. See, was I saying that I was gonna skip things? Because I won't. Anyway, the outbreak of the Weltkrieg cut down our connection to Europe. Our economy, heavily relying on the Commune of France, is suffering from the chaos. Damn. So... Huh. Is that... that might be partially because we took International Division of Labor. It does make sense. If we're more international reliant, that's gonna last for a few months. Okay, there's worse around. There's worse, I say, because we have total mobilization. So we are essentially gonna militarize pretty quickly. Alright. You know, I could send some volunteers to countries around the world that I agree with. And that's something that I will do for now. So the Socialist Republic of Iran, it is very much within our interest that they win. So for some reason, the Barafia Commune is having trouble with Nepal. But it's not like I can help that much about that, because if they're having problems, it's because of mountains. So let's send some volunteers to Iran. We're gonna have 2 divisions that we can send. These divisions, yep, exactly what I was talking about. How about Nguyen's son, or Nien's son, or however he is supposed to be called. Give him a army group of a general. Send volunteers. Nien's son. Let's go. Who else is in need of some volunteers? Well, the commune is doing pretty well because most likely the Germans were busy fighting the Russians. So for now, I will leave that alone. CSA is pretty peaceful. And again, the Barafia commune, we can't really do too much to help them. So we are going to wait for that. And oh, it's the Emirate of Afghanistan. So the Commune of France is very likely to do extremely well right at the start. Then the Germans will actually reach with divisions, and it's going to be a little bit more difficult for them. You know, actually, right, because there's a bug with the regular music. I need to find some way to disable it. Where is the regular music? Okay, that seems to be a problem. There is no more regular music in the browser, but it sometimes wants to play. Huh. Well, isn't that annoying? Isn't that very annoying? The new music mod seems to have some problems. I also have another idea of how to help out our allies, but for now that we'll have to wait. Huh. So we could just actually justify on them. See, I was thinking that we'd have to go down our international obligation, which was what I was talking about earlier. Alright, here we are. Iran. I think that the best place to put our volunteers would be... Yep, here. Because we want to help our allies in cutting off the route of the Egyptians to their northern possessions. And that would be cutting off a heck of a lot of enemy divisions. So we're gonna send our forces up here. Of course, these are strong troops. So, nothing to be fucked with. It's you, right? Yes, it is you. Would you take this? Minus 22. We're gonna have to wait a little bit more then for them to be truly effective divisions. Right here, our men already engaged in fighting. Whenever they're gonna actually engage, 2% reinforcing the front line, probably because of radios. But in the meantime, our other troops are sneaking around, and they can take... Oh, there's a Libyan division. That's okay. Tripolitania's troops shouldn't be a match for our men, and they aren't. But of course, the very, very low organization is not helping. Okay, so we are about to go for the port. And if we take the port, Al-Quds is going to be without its supplies. Oh, they decided to put troops there. But we attack. We do the Vietnamese and we attack. Indochinese are fearless, and the Arabs are fearful reactionaries. So they're going to run away from our glorious, glorious infantry. Infantry offensive. Alright, so we're going down that infiltration tree. And oh man, actually decided to pull in more dudes. So we need to stop that attack just to regain our org. Once we regain our org, we're going to push back in. Oh, they just decided to go ahead and leave. That's even better. So actually stop that. I was just trying to build up some planning bonus, and it seems like most of their army was up here because well, Iran is just moving pretty freely around the Suez Canal area, so that's good. And the situation for the Russian Empire is very dear. However, for the German Empire, it is also very dear. So of course that is great for us because we want the Germans to be struggling. The Germans are the ones who are the colonial overlords of everything around here. So actually, let's start to justify. No, that's a bad idea. We can join the international soon anyway. Once that rice and rubber is finished, I'm gonna go after Sammy's hegemony and our international obligation. That is the same amount of time that we need for the war goal. This is 125 days, whereas this is actually, no, 105, so it's actually faster. It is actually faster. So the Tripolitanians are being forced away. Somehow, these are not reinforcing the front line. So it's actually only one division joining in. Not the best. Okay, now it's both divisions fighting, and that should be... Oh no. The Arabs have pulled in more men. That's sad. Still though, that's... I mean, that is their port. And up here, they've still got more ports. So what if we charge for Beirut? If we take Beirut... and then our comrades take Halab, or Halab's port, so Tartus, then yeah. No, they're trying to move, but that actually means that they're in a pretty bad position because we can do this. Thank you for moving. No, they have decided that that is a good idea, and it isn't. Okay, that is a very depleted division, so we can kill it. And then we are going to surround the other division as well. And that's going to surround these divisions down here. So it's going to be a bit of a surroundception. Oh, damn. These guys were definitely fast in retreating. There goes Kurdistan. Captured by the glorious forces of Iran. Just let them escape. It is fine. We are going to run after them now that we have recovered some of our org, and we might be able to take Damascus with a coup de main. Come on. Game's pretty laggy, of course, because of the Weltkrieg that's going on, and yeah, look at that. The commune at this point just has such a great advantage that it's going to be hard for the German imperialists to recover. Okay, they've decided to leave Damascus to the wolves, or also known as us. And now this is looking ever the better. So we're going to come in and reinforce our friends. Our ideology has grown. Do we want that? Wouldn't be bad. I'd rather shoot for 60% at some point and get high popularity. Sure. Let's get our ideology popularity up. Damascus is going to fall, and I wonder if Beirut is garrisoned. It is, but only by a weak cavalry division. So, relatively easy to just crush them. Ah, they're bringing in troops. That's sad. And now we help crush this Egyptian division that is defending the route to Cairo. Of course, they weren't organized enough to defend the canal, and once they lose the canal, they're going to be in deep trouble, because we can just come across. Do we want to force attack this? Yes, we do. Let's use the force attack, and might as well from that as well do this. Damn, that's not going to work then. But they are going to just go away, are they? Okay, here we are about to get on the other side of the river. Of course, it decides to play songs that don't exist. God damn it. Right. Advanced machine tools, and now we are getting on the other side of the canal. Come on, escape. That was a bad idea, my friend. Now your last port is about to be captured. Let's go for Alexandria. Oh, they're definitely moving fast. Alright, I think that the AI should be able to handle that, so I'm going to bring my troops by train back south. Oh, well. Yeah, the AI is just being really foolish in moving. They're just moving their troops all the time. And there we are. That's Alexandria captured. That should be the end of Egypt. Well, maybe. Who knows? Let's see. Iranian Kurdish war. Okay, yeah, they're basically going to capitulate now. Good. So we have helped Iran in bringing the light of socialism to the Middle East. I forget. Were they the right? Yes, they are the right path. Good. Okay. We are not ready to take on Siam yet, so this war goal is going to be pretty useless for us. But we're going to have it for later. Because honestly, at this point it's going to be easier to fight the German Empire than the evil Japanese imperialists. Okay, so we do get the challenge Siamese hegemony. And now we are going to get our international obligation and join the glorious commune in the glorious fight. Alright, you guys are all the militia. Would it be useful to switch you around to infantry? Would that be possible? Yes, it would. We do have the infantry equipment. We have the support equipment and the infantry equipment to switch you to that, but don't have the manpower. So, okay. That is pretty good. And all of these divisions are relatively low on training. So, while we have time, let's get some extra training in before the fight. And there we go, the fall of Berlin. So that is going to be most likely the end of the German Empire. There we go. That's going to cause a lot of lag as the spoils are divided up. So this might actually mean that we need to justify... Oh, the Russians capitulated at the same time. And that's a huge Mongolia. Okay. But they're still at war. Okay, no, that was actually the peace deal with... that was the peace deal of the Germans with the Russians. Right. So it wasn't the peace deal of the French with the Germans. Okay. So we get the expand redistribution target. With the land reform expanding to the north, we encountered a rather different situation. These areas are too densely populated and impoverished that we can't find enough land from landlords to redistribute. Therefore, if we want to fulfill the promise of land to the tillers, that will mean many small landholders will also be the target of land redistribution. Of course, right now I can't really do too much about it because it's the game is just killing itself. I sure hope it's not crashing, because that would be a annoying affair. Anyway, since these small landholders are just petty bourgeois, we are going to redistribute the hell out of them, most likely. Unless the penalties are just too impossible. Okay, that's why. That's why the Germans have decided to release the Russians as a puppet. That is why there is this massive lag. That is a terrible decision, Wilhelm. That is just... Oh, Milyukov, too. Of all people. They've decided to put the Cadeti in power. The bloody cadets. That is a bad decision, Germany. Because you could have had some extra VPs by just hold... Oh, no, wait. It's Pavel Biermont Avalov. I have no idea who this guy is, but... He still shows the... the Oktyabristi are empowered, but it still shows the Cadeti as being the biggest thing. So I guess they, like, had an election as they were... I don't understand, because, see... Oh, okay, they are the national liberals. Okay, I get it now. Anyway, so we either do other solutions, which is going to increase our stability and decrease our political power, or increase base war support. Huh. See... We might need the political power soon. We might need the political power soon. Damn weighted shuffle. Why is it so bad? Look at this. It's just literally trying to play every regular song. Ah, whatever. Just remove the weighted shuffle. Just play random music. See, we just need stability too much. As much as I would have liked having political power and stuff. And this is going to be relatively laggy for a while. Wait, the Germans decided to keep, like... Why did they keep Samara, Kazan, Orenburg, and Bieloretsk? I will never know. Oh, wait. They have just capitulated to the Germans. And since they're not at war anymore, we can't join the International. Sure. So the conquest of Germany. Today the unthinkable has occurred. We're actually going to need to not take national foci for a while because we need... Wait, what happened with you? Okay, you're independent. Great, that is what I wanted. So now we're going to need a little bit of, yeah, new political power juice. And yeah, instantly declaring war on the two Sicilies, of course. And wait, the Siamese are justifying on me. Oh. Well, now. Okay, never mind then. Never mind then. Let's go back to Siam. And let's train Cambodian revolutionaries. Anyway, today the unthinkable has happened. The German Heer forces fighting in Europe have finally collapsed under the weight of the invading armies. The Reich couldn't... Wait, what? Okay, right. My volunteers from Indochina. No, Indochina. Yes, I do want to delete that. The Reich continued to struggle, and so it appears that the Kaiserreich cabinet and a considerable... Damn it! These pop-ups! And a considerable number of state officials and the key generals have embarked by sea to the African colonies still in the hands of the Germans. The Kaiser is seemingly committed to continuing the struggle from his imperial possessions overseas, but for now the war in Europe is over and the worldwide German Empire has been thrown into disarray. So this is, of course, like the tree, the tiny tree that they have. Alright. Our darkest hour. Museum pieces. This is kind of a problem because they might join the Entente, but oh, okay, right. So we are not going to fight here anymore. Then it seems, at least not for a while, because this is damn. Yeah, these people are gonna have a lot of armies, and they're gonna kill each other. So this might be an opportunity for us to bring the revolution into China, or whatever. Even though here the ROC is as revolutionary as you might expect some Chinese to be. Yunnan clique, though, on the other hand, might want to bring Long Yun some revolution. Anyway, it is the Siamese that are trying to do things, so yeah. What we're gonna try to do is we're gonna try to train Cambodian and Laotian revolutionaries, because that leads to destabilize Siam. And if we can destabilize them, then we should hopefully have a bit of an advantage in the coming struggle. Is there any... we could help you out. But, I mean, our 2 divisions that we probably can send are not really going to change anything here. We might want to help out Italy, but, yeah, no. Even here, our... Oh, they decided to become Rome. Okay. Even here, our 2 divisions aren't really going to be all that helpful, and considering that... Oh, Russians are independent now, because all the puppets got released. And so now, we're actually going to have the Soviets being restored because of that. And actually, damn, that's a big... Is that a Russian faction now? No, these are just... No, everyone here is just like at war with them independently. But that's going to be a lot of syndicalism over there. So basically now... Right, because the Commune of France needs to be at war with the German Empire for us to do our international obligation. Wow. Yeah. So we're gonna kind of have to hope that Barafia Commune becomes a leader of its own faction, right? If we want to join anything. Because, oh no, they took the Third International now, did they? Or, no, right. If they unite India, then they might form their own faction. If not, what could we do? Phalanstère membership, we can't do that. And here we can't really do anything. And we can't make our own faction. Huh, that's kind of sad. Anyway, we are industrializing, at least. And yeah, here we are. Oh wow, that's a flag and a half. Not really the biggest fan of it, but that's fine. This is... Looks like this is an interesting little story. The Arabian Socialist Republic. So, a sheikh is not the first person the International expected when they asked Syria to elect their leader among the syndicates. While it is true that Muhammad al-Ashmar's first station was a mufti, he is now a leader of the people. His influence within the mosques in reinterpreting Islamic law and rejecting secular syndicalism in favor of voluntary zakat from all sets him apart from any other branch of socialism in Syria. even though he's not in Syria. This guy is in Syria. Michel Aflaq. Michel Aflaq was in Paris during the Syndicalist Revolution. Oh, it's Erich Maria Remarque, Third Reich. Wonder when Führerreich is going to come out. There's actually a mod being based on that event that you just saw. Okay, so he joined the Communist government as an informal student there. He studied trade unionism with Saladin al-Bitar, and they both decided that Syria was ready for revolution in 1925. The revolution to be a renaissance or Ba'ath. Yeah, you may recognize that name because the Ba'ath party and all of that. Oh, right, we can destabilize Siam right off the bat. All right, let's do this one first because it might be better actually to have both. All right, so this is Khmer Ismak. Oh wow, nice. Khmer First Division. That has changed the Khmerian infantry template. Because if you remembered, I did have Cambodian units, but they were pretty weak, whereas this one is pretty good. Actually, though, what's even better is that there's only 2 of you, so there's no point in not just giving you artillery. Up the ass. Yes, up the ass, because I am not a vulgar person, I swear. And then I'll just give you that too. Unfortunately, that will mean that your glorious experience level is going to be lower. That's fine. We're going to live with that. And we're going to train Laotian revolutionaries as well. Oh damn, the Barafia Commune's forces are going to get crushed. That's sad. Anyway, it's nice that all these Arabs now actually have like unique leaders and all. Oh, they also have the Republic of Oh, that's interesting. Muscat is its own thing. This is the Commune of France somehow. I like all these socialist sister republics and the Union of Tripolitania. Oh, right, because they had Idris the king first, so there's actually a lot of focuses that they shouldn't really have. Anyway, yeah, they've still got their own thing. They don't have a leader though. I was interested in the Syrian though. Michel was unable to form trade unions in Damascus or Mosul, so he returned to Paris in 1930, abandoning the Ba'ath party. His return as of late as an emancipator and the forced creation of a trade union council in Damascus means his power is backed up by his superiors in the international, or in this case of the whatever you want to call this, in the international more than it is backed by Syrian supporters. This will not stop Aflaq from realizing the dream of Ba'ath, however, a united Syrian proletariat. Well, seems like it might not be as united as you may think. See, honestly, there's no. It's kind of weird that like Syria doesn't claim Iraq, because in Kaiserreich timeline there isn't supposed to be the division of all of this by, of course, Britain and France. And looks like there's also a Palestinian union with Radwan al-Hilu as a general secretary of the Palestine Arab Workers' Society. After the Third International voted and funded its re-establishment. Before this, the pause was in severe danger of bankruptcy in the Jerusalem as the Ildirim, who I believe are Jews, had seized their assets following the return of Entebbe. Radwan has suggested that the international that the Ildirim would crumble without Entebbe if he were to disappear. This became unnecessary as he died along with the Ildirim officers in the liberation of the Near East. I have no idea what that is supposed to mean. And it looks like the Barafia commune is going to fall to Hyderabad. What a pitiful fate. But don't worry, we're gonna revive you, comrade. We are one day going to revive you. No Sokdems. Oh, damn it, we don't actually have the political power to struggle against the landlords now. That is pretty sad, now is it? Alright, we're soon going to be at war, so we're gonna get these lovely arms trafficking networks again up and running. And it looks like we're gonna have some more... Oh, that's... that was actually the French Republic, not the Commune of France. See, I was thinking that Morocco had been annexed thanks to the Commune of France, but no, it is actually the French Republic. So it looks like the French actually get an option to reclaim Morocco if the Germans are... you know, let them go. Which they did. Huh. Bulgaria has a war goal against Turkey. That's interesting. Armored ups. Okay, so I'm gonna actually... the Fengtian government declared war on the Qing. Well, that's going to hold down. Apparently, yeah, apparently they're at war with huge Mongolia as well. Anyway, I will end this for now, and I will catch you back when I'm at war with Siam. So thank you all for joining me, and I hope that you've enjoyed. Have a good day, evening, or whatever it is.